talking earlier about the comedy in Bartender, and compared to where how the show has progressed. What do you think of the progression of it, and where do you think it's heading?
Wow. I can't tell you what I think of the progression. To tell you where it's heading in my thoughts, I don't know. What I know is that the producer, director, has a very fertile mind. And as such, what you may be thinking, you might just see the twist to that.
Whisper, I hope you're out already. Cause him reach and him enter the premises now.
Speaking of its development to where it's at now, it's phenomenal. And for something to be piquing people's interest for 5 years running, going almost 6, it must be something good that the product is offering, why persons are so in tune, in my mind. Because you'll have to do, and to be thinking every day, you know, to get something together that at the end of the day, when persons watch the 3 episodes that might be produced for the day, each of the episodes have them going and have them speaking, and they being fans since the inception up until now. It must be something good that is being done.
Yeah.
So you'll have to really hand it up to the people behind the scenes who are working tirelessly to make this thing the kind of product that it is.
Action. Hey! Mind your crash, you know. Engine in air. Never feel that way. Okay, one more time.
The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit.
I definitely agree, and you can see that based on how the fans react.
Yeah. I tell you this, you know, there is not a day, hardly ever, that you're not stopped in the field, and persons will ask me in particular about my character. There's not a day that pass. If the day passes, probably when I'm just at home and not going anywhere. But
I wonder if I drop Jigoosy drop asleep on the job. Where the box at? Jigoosy.
Outside of that, it has caused this level of visibility like none other. And sometimes you think that you are evading the fans by probably having a cap on or something like that. Something just recognize you. For some reason, they just breach the cap.
I know you. You know you. And I know you know that I know you.
Are you coming up, Bartender?
Well, I mean,
so
you.
So you've been watching the Bartender? Yeah, I know him. Yes, sir. So what do you think? Yeah, are you?
Well, you are a favorite in the Bartender verse. You are a favorite. Can spot you easily, I think. But separate and apart from just how the fans react to you, how do you feel about this notoriety, to speak, per se?
In recent times, it would be the Bartender that persons would quickly identify me from. But being in theatre for how long and stuff like that, you have persons who would have known me from before. I'm kind of a little shocked to know that you have persons who follow me.
Well, I'm not doing so well at all, you know. Things are not so good with me at all.
And they can tell me about the history of my theatre life and different plays that they would have seen me in.
The blasted donkey I give me peer product out there, I try parking. I have to waiting to lick out the last, you know. And he piss up in my boot and piss up all himself too.
So I'm taken aback, and honestly it's humbling. It's humbling. I'm not I'm not one of them persons that is really out there. You understand? So when I'm out in the field and stuff like that working and persons are, I'm saying at the time, it's a little humbling. So, I tell them thank you for the support and just keep on supporting, you understand? Because if there's something good that we're doing, all good things must continue.
Right.
Some persons, all good things come to an end. No, it must continue.
I definitely
Let it
agree.
continue. You understand?
All right. I have some fun questions.
Fun question.
Yes, I wanted to go through one or two with you.
Okay.
If your character could have a catchphrase, what would it be?
Don't shout at me.
Don't shout at me.
Mhm.
All right, we should coin that. If you could switch roles with another actor in the series to play a different character, who would that character be?
Numbers.
Numbers? Why numbers?
Yeah, kind of laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you, there was one time that I was on set and I saw a particular thing that Numbers was doing, and it had me cracking up. And I said, yeah, man, something like that. When I think he was trying to catch. What did I try to catch again? I don't remember. In some bush and I dive and all that stuff there. So.
Yeah.
I like those kind of things.
And you like the action and everything that comes with it.
Yeah, man. I think I'd like to play.
Numbers always to be involved in something. Something is always happening.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Papa, me have to move.
Papa,
I have to move and pick up someone and say, yo, you know me? You know me? I say, a king man level the whole thing and say, Numbers I want to marry you.
Yeah.
See? Because I know say them youth that will pop up, but me tell some big stone, no miss.
Yeah, man. That sort of thing there. And you don't know much about him, but you just see him going through, so yeah.
Numbers, a job, your job?
Nah, man. Whosoever this is, I'm good enough.
How does the series incorporate elements of Jamaican culture, and how important do you think that is?
It goes without saying because the whole thing is bordered. Well, I shouldn't use the term bordered. It's hinged on the Jamaican culture,
Mm-hmm.
and there are always takeaways.
Two words love to float around in this society: loyalty and traitor. If you expose the people them and I really want to sort of play yes man, you're not loyal. And if you expose the truth, them call it traitor.
Because it is almost like a real life setting. There's nothing that is in the show that you wouldn't find happening in and around us.
And this ex-girlfriend, don't make it an issue, because it's actually not. If you give it power, they'll have a relationship. Even if they don't, but they will in your mind. And honestly, that's kind of how manifestation works.
Even the comedic element that the shepherd will bring, you see it round about you.
Try for destiny, then I meet them a try with. He look like them want meet for them destiny. Who know big people, you know? Shall Lily pick me? And if them ever benter, and ever destiny, Mama look for when me call you. Destiny, look you know, make them touch her. Safe, make them touch her.
What we need to do and to understand is that everything has a good and a bad to it. You understand? The bartender is a vehicle that is exposing that sort of liberty, that sort of life where the good and the bad happens.
Bad man. The last thing I said to him on the phone now, bad man. May I take that for your chat tonight, this.
Ah. See the top tech talk.
but we must all aspire to be on the good side, on the right side of life. You know, so it, as it relates to the Jamaican culture, it's everyday life. It's really reflecting everyday life. They say that art imitates life.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was no life, there would be anything to imitate.
That's
So we'll find the good, the bad, and the ugly out there. We, the creatives and the actors, whatever it is that we put together, it must be of substance that, however it affects the public at large, it must be in a positive way.
So you have to go to practice today?
Yes,
Why?
because your voice coach is coming today, Kamisha. JCDC isn't a monkey thing.
Okay.
And you are going to do your best.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I going to get a video this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure.
So there must be positive outcomes even in the face of negativity, because we will portray the negatives too, but we must also be able to draw the positives from the negative.
I definitely agree with
Yeah.
you there. In what ways do you think the creative community could grow? Like, how do you think, better support could be provided to the creative
Well,
community?
that goes without saying, that has to come from government support. You understand? We in this country as creatives, I mean, Jamaica is no less creative than any other persons in the Hollywood industry or anything like that. What they have is a support system. And they have money, which we don't have. We will also have to find the avenues that will promote us. You have a lot of talents in Jamaica that will probably leave Jamaica and try to find other places where they believe it's fertile ground for them to expose themselves. Yeah, you understand? Whether they be the creative, whether they be the actor, or whatever it is, or the camera persons. We always want to get ahead. You understand? So we will look for that place that will cause us to grow and to express ourselves. What Jamaica really needs is to really invest in the industry, cause people to want to come into it, and as it grows, money will come. Money will come. Money will come. But if you're not interested in that aspect of the entertainment industry, then you'll just find it laboring along and nothing happening. Stagnation. Persons being frustrated, persons have very good scripts, persons have very good stories, and all of that amounts to nothing if it is not being promoted and exposed. Nothing more than your country trying to show that level of interest. You see, you should go deep into entertainment also of this nature. You understand? Storytelling, yeah. Investment.
I definitely agree.
We'll see the returns.
I always say, there's this want for patriotism, but there's not enough investing happening.
Right.
There's a lot of demotivation.
What you find happening, is that persons are doing this out of passion. They're doing it out of the passion for doing it. There's not much that is being yielded from it, but they stick to it because there is this love. When I started theater, I wasn't even being paid. You understand? When people started paying me, it was insulting. But it never deterred me because of the love, and that I would want to see this thing grow. I remember a director once asked me, where is it that you'd like to go as it relates to your acting and stuff like that? And I said, I probably would want to see myself on the silver screen. And maybe a year or two after that, I was on the silver screen.
No, surprise. Ricky. We test the things then. We can't have that yourself.
And that had to do with, they say the work that men do lives after them. So it would be from, I wasn't even searching, I wasn't even going after the silver screen. I was at home and I got a call. And they said, "Why you come audition for a movie we're going to say stuff like that." I said, "Seriously?" I said, yeah man, think you'll do well. I went, I auditioned, and the rest is history. I, show come a Caribbean, you could have sit down and watch yourself. And to this day, you'll see come on Netflix and all of that. I'm humbled by these things.
The question is, what much has changed since then? Because you still hear a lot of those same cries from newer generations now being in this space, getting into acting, into theatre, in entertainment overall.
The space is not providing for them. So you're going to get the cry. If there is no improvement in the thing, if all we do is just aspire to do, and we don't make the move to do, especially the movers and shakers, then you will always have the cry. You understand? How is it that anyone is going to grow if the provision is not made for growth? Never.
Definitely agree. Very insightful conversation with you.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Dennis, thank you so much. I can't wait for us to have another sit down because surely I have a lot more questions that I would love to ask you. I would love to pick your brain about. But
pick my brain, it's right here. It's green right now. So pick my brain.
When it's green,
right.
it's good. But yes, I'm sure the Bartender family is looking forward to seeing you soon again.
Yeah, man. Big up the Bartender. For persons who have been supporting, continue support. It's a good thing. That much I can say. It's not my, how should I say it? It's not my thing to make you laugh,
You still do it effortlessly.
It's what it is.
All right, Bartender family, yard and abroad. Stay tuned, stay updated, and just continue to support.
Blessings.